Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Bet the Farm Podcast. As always, I'm your host, The Sheep. We got a nice episode for you guys today. It's not going to be too jam-packed because I got a deadline I got to meet for work, so I'm going to be in and I'm going to be out, all right?
In-N-Out. Good burgers, by the way.
In-N-Out's got the best burgers. That was the first stop we actually made one for my bachelor party in Scottsdale. Remember, me and Dylan waited for Big Old Miles to get off his flight? But hey, let's get to business. We're here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to give you guys winners. We're going to jump right in and break down last week's cash crops. I'm going to send it over to the man, the myth, the pig, Brandon Plotnick.
Thank you. Great. Appreciate the intro there. That was nice. You should do that every time. Makes me feel better.
Thank you.
Hey, a nice week for us. We had an 18-13 week. Dino started us off with a 4-2-1 week. I lost on the Wizards plus 6.5 in Game 5, but bounced back with Grizzlies Jazz over 226 in Game 5. That was a winner.
Yeah.
So in this tennis match, remember I was telling you guys my handicap on Barty, the over, was that she had a hip injury and that I think that she could withdraw and or she could get her ass kicked, but she also could dominate the other girl. There was 3 different options that I thought I could hit that over.
And which one hit?
She withdrew in the second set.
So you got fucked.
Correct.
Ah, terrible.
I know. She was getting dominated. She lost the first set 6-1 and then was down 2-0.
Was that a void, though? It's a void, or you lose?
It's a draw.
Okay, not bad.
But
your handicap was right, though. You knew.
But my handicap was right there.
You knew it was either going to go over or she was just going to fucking withdraw, which would be an automatic draw. So it was pretty sharp out of you.
I felt like I was playing with cash money, you know?
Smart move. I like that.
And tennis as well in the French Open. I'm with Federer minus 4.5 over Marin Cilic. He barely got it by the hook. I think he won by 5 games. It was nice. He had a huge fourth set. I think he won in straight sets, honestly. Bruins game 3. I told you guys take a money line. That was easy cash. Even though they're losing the series now 3-2, so tonight should be interesting.
Big game for the Isles. Close it out at home.
Our boy Carmel Thunder in the UFC, Miguel Baeza from Davie, Florida, unfortunately lost by a unanimous split decision. A decision.
Didn't you have Rosenstrike?
I didn't take it.
He won though.
Yeah,
back to his old ways, of course.
Just like he.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's either he does that or he just is the worst fighter in the world.
50-50.
And then I said one pick a week keeps me. I don't know. Give me a rhyme here. All right. I said one golf pick a week. I've been doing well doing that. Morikawa over Hovland. Morikawa went to a playoff, so that was a nice cash. Put me at 4-2-1 all time, 68, 59, and 54% clip.
Very nice.
Jared, would you like to read off your cash crops?
Let's get through it. I mean, 2 losing weeks in a row. I'm not in the mood to talk about it, to dwell on it. Let's go fast. Bryson over JT was a win. That's the only one we'll dwell on because that was our bet, the farm.
Which is the most important.
Winner, yeah, so Louis over Fitz, nice win as a dog. Im over Neiman, nice win as a dog. Hoffman over Streelman, loss. Noren over Grace, bad loss. He finished top 10, but Grace finished 3rd. Wellington Phoenix plus a half, never a doubt. They won outright. Brisbane Roar, PK over Sydney, hyped that one up. We watched that game. Oh, God. They had chance after chance the second half, going to get it done. Western plus 1, terrible handicap by me. That one I'm just going to take the L to the head. Lakers, me and Miles. I think it was us.
Sheep was right for once.
Yeah. Remember I said
when we went down together, the Lakers versus their Phoenix pick. That was a loss. Nets minus 4 win, and we went over to Sweden, and we went 0-1-1. 2 PKs that both ended in draws, and Sundsvall plus a quarter lost outright, so that was a loser. Now, if you can go back to that page, it'll tell me what my all-time record is because I don't know it off my head, unfortunately. Oh, now it's down to 92. 62 and 13. That's a lot of ties.
Not terrible.
For a 60% win.
I was thinking the same thing when I was looking at this. I was like, 13 draws. That's a lot of ties.
When you're taking soccer PKs all the time, you're going to
170 bets, 13 is like, what?
Yeah, that's true. 5%. I do have a lot of volume here, but with all that volume, 60% I'll take. So
go ahead and rattle Miles' off, and I'll finish this off with Eric.
All right, Miles with a beautiful 7-2 week. And this is what happens when we post our picks throughout the week and you give everyone what they want.
And I warned everybody, playoff time is where Miles just takes off.
This is why I told him he's got to post these. So,
except yesterday's bonehead fucking...
Jazz minus 9.5 in Game 5 was a W. Clippers minus 7 versus the Mavs. Unfortunately, an L there. Nuggets plus 5 versus Portland in Game 6 where they won outright and won the series. And he also took Nuggets money line Game 6. So really very smart, heady play. 2 cash crops there. Nets minus 4.5 Game 1. That one was just cake. And Nets plus 1.5 Game 2 with Harden out, which he essentially was out for
Sounds
both
like
games.
a foreshadow into another
So,
cash crop that you're going to take.
Yeah, Suns -4, game 1 was a winner. Sixers -5, game 2 was a winner. And he loses the Jazz last night, -4, game 2, before Conley gets ruled out and the line drops to 3, and they win by 3. So he loses by
Yikes.
not getting the value of the
Even
line.
when you lose, it's not
That's
far
the risk you
outside.
taking games early. The line usually
Yeah.
moves.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I had no idea Conley was even questionable. So
I didn't even know he didn't
I
play
didn't,
last night.
I didn't even know Conley
that's why the
still.
line moved.
No,
I didn't even know
but
Conley
you
was in
really
the
should
NBA
wait
still.
till before game time.
Crazy how sharp Vegas is.
None of the guys that are hurt, they don't announce the injuries until like 30
I
minutes
know,
before.
but
game.
like sometimes they can move in your favor.
I think it's fine to do it during
True.
the playoffs because they tend to know if a player is questionable or not. Players don't just miss games randomly.
Yeah, and the earlier I post it, the more time our fans have with tailing. So.
Exactly. So now that brings Miles all time to 66, 31, and 2 for a 68% win percentage. He's making his way back up.
Sorry,
after-
me and Eric were a little distracted. We got some
I
tennis
know
on.
Dino bet
women's
on this
tennis.
girl
God,
yesterday, and
These girls are.
all I heard was Saki or whatever.
Oh, she is a fox.
Now I'm looking at this girl, and yeah, if Doodles was a tennis player, I would imagine this is what she looks like.
All right, Eric. Well, let's talk about you a little bit. Another losing week.
You know what? But my one win was against this guy when they won Lakers, and I said no, Suns +2.
When
All
was
right,
that?
Miles, you get to drop the car off at the airport
Yep.
tomorrow. Sounds like.
No, I have
Doesn't.
to go bring it to him, and then take it.
I saved you so much money. All right.
Did you?
Take your
Yeah.
bickering offline, all right? Go
Eric
ahead.
was 2-3. He lost on the Islanders over Bruins. He lost on Houston over Boston. You know, when he was fading in MLB, when he was fading Martin Perez, and they won 5-0.
Jared, back me up. What happened last night?
Yeah, there was a revenge game.
Martin Perez got his titties
Yeah, he
slit.
did, and I was
told
all
you.
over that.
I did too. I was scared to tell you though. 'cause
I
if
forgot
you
to take it.
If you took it,
I forgot to take
it. Would have been a
it.
loss, of course.
Difficult.
But
Suns +2 was a winner. You and I were both on the Suns against the Lakers.
Who is that?
Giants over Cubs. I was a biased pick, but they're on fire. Best team in baseball. And Tampa Bay Canes over 5.5 was a loser.
Yeah,
Put you at
bad.
39, 50, and 1, 44%.
It's like my grades in school. Straight F's.
She's hot.
But we are actually going to transition to out of the ordinary segment. Usually we do this at the end. We're going to do it at the beginning because the sheep has places to be. He's got a herd to follow. We're going Stump the Sheep.
Let's go. Ding, 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 ding.
wow.
And if you remember last week, I was 5-0, so I'm riding a 5-question streak. Maybe even more based off last week, but let's go, baby. Bring
And
it on.
we all ripped Brandon for the soft questions last week, so I have a feeling
Yeah,
you're gonna get
you're
toughies
fucked
today.
this week. And all time put you at 38 and 29. You are so much better at trivia than you are at actually gambling.
That is true.
All right,
So
let me rip.
question number 1. It was ironic. We were sitting, in our boardroom debate, doing our prep for the show tonight, and we had Around the Horn on tonight, and you made a comment to me about Woody Page, but this was already on my list of a question for you. How old is Woody Page?
Oh wow,
I'm going to have to go with 76.
that old?
No shot. 74.
70.
It was
22?
close. 74 years old.
I'm a sharp.
Wow. All right.
Is he that
Another
old?
un-
Wow,
I know, right?
Another
Isn't that
question
crazy? I've been
that's,
watching him since I was a kid.
unattainable. Like, that's straight guess, but all right.
that's a tough one.
I would have said if you were within 3 there, that's a
I didn't
winner,
think
but
you were.
I agree.
That's a tough.
I would have said
I
like
agree.
60.
We're not giving any gimmies this time. So here we go. Number 2. I've been dying to ask you one of these questions. You're a Tottenham Spurs fan, is that correct? You know Toby Alderweireld?
Yes.
Spell his name.
Oh, fuck. They asked me. I thought he was going to ask me what
What
country,
country,
like
yeah.
Belgium. ALDEIR. Is it IER?
Just ER.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Keep going from there. ALDER.
WALD.
It's like WEILD.
ALDERWEIRELD.
Oh god, that is
Another awful one.
even the kids on the
Spelling bee
bee
couldn't
would
get
not
that.
get that right.
You can use that in a sentence.
That's what you should
the
ask me.
origin.
All right, 0-2. Let's see if you can bounce back. Number 3. We have a UFC main event this weekend of Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori in a rematch. If you haven't yet, go to the podcast section, go to YouTube. Me and the Burn Dog had a barn burner MMA show that is already posted, going over all of our best bets, breakdown, everything. So we got Adesanya, Vettori 2. Adesanya, main event. Name the last 2 fights that he's been in. Who'd he face?
He fought, fuck. I bet on the guy too, and I already forgot
I
his
know the
fucking
one
name.
of them.
I'll give you a
Oh,
quick
I-
hint.
I
His
know
last
both of
fight, he moved up to try to go
I
champ.
remember that. I fucking bet on the other guy. It's blanking. Well, I'm gonna. My phone, you fuck. I'm not bringing Jared for this one.
I know it.
I'll bring him
Yeah,
Miles.
do not go to me.
Paulo
Fools.
Costa.
That's one.
And didn't he just fight Usman?
No.
That was-
I know that
It was a
one
question,
too.
so I'll give you
I'm
one more
asking, you
chance.
didn't?
That's a good point. There was a question.
You're talking about that would have been the heavy.
It's his last fight that he
That's
fought.
the one that
and he lost.
And
he lost.
was it heavyweight that he
Light
fought?
heavyweight.
Oh, it was light heavyweight.
I was gonna bet on that guy
No,
too.
no. I was thinking of someone else. I
Paulo
was gonna say,
Costa was before,
Yeah, that was 2 fights ago.
and now
His last fight.
was it the one in Jacksonville?
Mirotic or
Gilbert Burns?
No, Mirotic
No.
or something.
I was
Chich.
gonna
Usman
say-
fought Burns.
Wasn't it something?
You guys
have
Something
mixed up
Trich?
divisions.
Miocic. No, it's
No,
Steve.
That's heavyweight.
He fought Francis.
who?
You're
Ngannou.
getting close though.
Don't say it. I'm gonna fucking figure this out.
Colby Covington?
No,
Nope.
it's fucking-
He's
no,
Polish, I'll give you that.
Oh, Jablankovic.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Jan Blashovic.
Yeah.
He's so easily forgettable.
Give it to the
Yeah,
guy.
that's why I was 0 for 3. No chance that counts. You guys made 7 guesses.
Half a point.
He gets his life.
I thought he fought Usman. I don't know why.
Number
Next.
4. You consider yourself a rink rat. You love the NHL. In the NHL playoffs so far, the highest scored game was 12 goals. True or false?
12 goals? Jesus. 12? No way. Is that total or by one team?
Total, obviously.
I think it's false. I think it's 11.
Ding, ding,
Yes,
ding,
good.
ding, ding,
Six,
ding,
five?
ding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
6-5.
there's no way a game was
You had
7-5
the under in that
or
game, didn't
8-4.
you?
Bonus question.
Might have actually.
And I even put this down as an extra bonus question. Get you back up here.
Well, I thought it was only
What
question
was the
number 4.
highest scoring game?
Oh, it was.
There was only one game that was 11 goals.
It was
Whatever
6-5,
game
and
you
it
took
was
the
Carolina,
other.
Tampa Bay. There's 2. Yes, it was. It
No.
was Panthers Lightning. No.
Panthers Lightning.
Oh,
Check
who was in
Carolina.
attendance for that 6-5
I think it
game?
was that one was
Carolina
10.
and Tempo was 6-5.
I think it was 10.
Oh, it was
I looked
6-4?
through
Was
every
it
game.
6-4?
Yeah, 6-4. I looked through every game. There's only one game that got to 11. Every other there was
Yeah, I
like
should've
four,
said,
four
yeah.
games that got to 10.
Fuck.
All right, you got 1 point so far with a final question. And this one I actually need my phone for, which I don't exactly know where it is. But Jared, you can help me out. He already used his lifeline anyways.
No, he gets it back.
No, he doesn't. And if he does, it's got to be Miles that answers because I need you here.
Okay, fine.
Is Bitcoin currently above or below 35K?
Above.
Cash your
Ding,
tickets.
ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
was it 34?
Last I checked, it was 36.
That's
Really?
up
It dropped that much?
10%.
Last time I
So
looked.
10% today. You're
The
so
last
lucky.
time I looked, it was like 56,000.
30.
So it went down to like 30.
Where
That's
have you
easy.
been?
But I almost
I
like,
have no clue.
dude, I almost psyched
man.
myself out because when he said that, I was like, dude, I just saw like a couple months
I
ago.
thought it was at like 34.
$36,606.
What happened?
What happened? It's called volatility, Eric.
So that for the Bitcoin show.
Yeah, good. Tune in
A
next
2
week.
and 3 week out of the sheet.
Battle, tough.
For some tough questions.
Degree of
That was good.
difficulty was definitely like 10 out of 10, but let's move on.
Well, let's move on now where we like to talk about the NBA. So let's talk about the NBA. Let's first talk about what we've seen so far, then we'll talk about some of our favorite bets. So far, as we can already see, Miles has been absolutely dominating this second round of the playoffs. It feels like we're getting can of corns with the Nets, the Suns. Is that how it feels? Because like it's tough when they like, for example, the Clippers tonight on the road I think it's tomorrow, and they're getting 3 points. Utah's obviously a good home team, but like, are we just gonna keep riding Utah at home, or are we just gonna keep riding the Clippers?
I love like
with
the beginning of series is where you can just take advantage of that value. Like the Nets, that's going into my cash crop for tomorrow. But somehow the Nets are getting 3 points tomorrow night against the Bucks. I understand like James Harden's hurt, but
I think
you
they're
have-
better without James Harden.
yeah, you have Durant and Kyrie who need the ball themselves. So with James Harden out, it doesn't really matter. I think taking the Nets from here on out, they're going to cover more than they're not. So
I'm with you.
I already, like I said last show, I already pounded them to win this year, to win the Eastern Conference, essentially, because once they get past this series, they won the Eastern Conference.
So real quick, strategy-wise, I know you're a little bit of a different player. You kind of just bet based off of how you feel. But is that your strategy or?
Well, when it comes to the playoffs, yeah, I feel like you can bet more on how you feel because you can kind of see like how teams play against each other, and then especially when it goes onto the road, like the points just change so much. Like even the line, what was it 2 nights ago? The Bucks started out getting 2 points, and it closed with them giving 2 points. I just don't understand how they go from -2 to +2, and then the Nets blow them out. So
Jared, do you have any strategy that you think of when you're talking about NBA playoff bets?
Yeah, mine's very simple. I think when a home team that's favored and supposed to win loses game 1, game 2 they cover 80% of the time. I always take them game 2 because the road team is a little like, okay, like last night with the Hawks. All right, we got our win on the road. We weren't expecting. We're happy going home 1-1. The home team is playing with everything they have. They know if they go down 2-0 and go on the road, they're in big trouble. That hits, and especially if, like warm burners, if you take them like minus like 320, that's got to hit like 90+% of the time because they always come out harder. I mean, it's also, I'd say that's like my main one. The other is
that's more for basketball.
Well, what about over under? What about on
basketball.
over unders? Because those seem to be hitting at a really high rate.
Yeah, I don't have any strategy NBA over under.
Teams just started playing less defense, so I feel like
Oh, that's the other one I have, which it got demolished the other time. But this has to hit like 60% of the time, and it's better in NHL than it is basketball, especially in today's day and age. It used to be automatic at like 5+ years ago, but Game 7s take the unders because teams actually play a lot harder on defense. Well, you would think so, but that Dallas Clippers game, I think the under loss was like halfway through the third quarter. But,
they were on fire.
Yeah, it was unreal. Everyone was making everything. But like back in the day when Boston and like the Heat played that Game 7, it was like 90-87. Like the under would hit every time. So I mean, I think it's still good. Well, I mean, I'll be playing it if there's Game 7s. But those are like my two go-to strategies.
Well, let's get to our best bets of the week in the NBA. Miles, as usual, lead us off.
Okay, so starting with tonight, Wednesday the 9th, the only game on tonight at 9 p.m., we got the Suns minus 5.5 against Denver. I think the line moved to 5 now. I put it on the story early this morning. So if our fans tailed earlier, they got the line at 5.5. If they waited, hopefully they did. It's down to 5 now. I think the Suns win by double digits, though. I don't think Denver's holds a candle to the Suns. I know Jokic just won MVP, might be feeling himself a little bit, but you know when you got the top 10 player in the NBA, and Jay Crowder,
Quesarito.
yeah, Quesarito. Then tomorrow night, the 10th, which is Thursday, the Nets, like I said earlier, they're getting 3 points against the Bucks. The Nets +3. That I don't understand.
What I don't understand about the line is that typically in sports and basketball, so in football, it's 3 points, whether you're home or away. But basketball is kind of the same. Usually, it's a differential of 3 points, and they're on the road. So you're telling me if they were home, it'd be a pick 'em? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't. Yeah, that's the line that I'm expecting to move, and I already got it. So I'll put that on our story tonight. Hopefully, people will take that as well. Later that night, we have the Jazz -3. They're at home against the Clippers at -3. They won by 3 last night. I just don't think this Clippers team is very good. They almost lost to the Mavs in 6. I have the Jazz to win it all. I got them at +650 2 months ago, so I'm just going to ride that wave. Now with the Lakers eliminated, the Suns are the next best team I can see who also have great value if you were looking at a future bet and taking the Suns overall. That is +650 now. The Jazz moved down to +250. Then to finish off, we have on Friday night, the 11th, the Sixers are -2 against the Hawks. DeAndre Hunter just got ruled out for the series. -2 is basically a pick 'em, and I don't see the Sixers losing another game this series.
Really?
Now they got a healthy team. I just don't see them losing another
They keep
game this series.
Hack-a-Simmons doing the Hack-a-Simmons. They might have a chance. The guy's awful. How pathetic is watching a point guard all-star
There's not a
rookie of the
team-
year
yeah,
not be able to hit a fucking free throw?
I hate Ben
a free
Simmons.
throw.
Yeah,
Can't
he is god awful. The same thing with Giannis. Can't make a free throw either.
He's gonna be like a Ricky Rubio, like someone that everybody thought was really good, and then like just becomes like a nice piece. To your
crazy
team.
because he's
Ricky
already
should-
won Rookie of the Year, which makes me sick because he wasn't even a rookie then. But yeah, so Sixers -2, and that rounds out. I got 4 cash crops this week. However, I will be posting live on our story every day as the lines get released. Try not to take it too early just in case the lines do move. So we'll look at like early afternoon.
All right, Eric, do you have any NBA picks?
Yeah, one for tomorrow. Clippers Jazz over under 221. I think that was the same number as last night, and they were spot on. It was finished at 221. I'm actually gonna go over. I thought
Over.
I thought the obviously the Jazz have a good interior. Kawhi and PG definitely do most of their scoring inside the paint, and the fact that that number pushed a second game should have better opportunities, more adjustments, so they should be able to put more points up on the board. So I like it over 221.
Interesting.
I'll go ahead and go next, and then I'll pass it over to Jared. I have one play in the NBA. This is a new one. I'm notorious for it in the NFL, but I decided I'm going to try something new in the NBA. Besides just Taylor Miles, I'm not the best NBA bettor. That's why I don't really talk about it much, but I'm just an aficionado across the board, so it doesn't matter. This is where we do a teaser.
I love teasers.
An NBA teaser.
NFL's
That's
around the
good.
corner,
I
man.
like
Switch it up a little
You're
bit.
starting to warm up back to NFL.
I like it.
Exactly.
I like
I
that.
know that the NBA is a few months away. I'm
Kid was
getting
like
into it.
9-1
love
teaser.
teasers.
So
You guys both missed him last night, cursing at the TV because his teaser lost one of the legs.
by the hook, it was unbelievable.
Which game?
It was the over/under though, so it was the second leg. I got fucked. It was because they couldn't score. It was a blowout.
I didn't even watch the game.
Anyways, I like the Nets to win outright. However, I can see Milwaukee, getting themselves back in the series with a win at home. So give me the Nets +7. I think it's gonna be a close game. Nets +7 in a teaser with the
That's
over.
crazy that you can get
with
that.
the over of 230. So I'm gonna
Okay.
bank on a really good game that has a lot of points. Over of 230, which was
I might tail
234.
that. I like
Nets
that.
were +3, +2.5, +3, and I got the Nets +7. The over of 230 teased.
I like that.
Interesting.
That's a good one.
I got nothing on the hard court. Well, this hard court.
All right, well, that's completely fine. Let's move over to another sport where we put money in people's pockets. It is the PGA Tour. So we've got a new event this week, Jared, the Palmetto. We already talked about this in complete excess
Yeah.
on Golf Picks with the Plotnik, so I'm really not going to give any handicaps here. But let's talk about our outrights, give them to the people at home.
I'll just start us off real quick. New tournament. saw Tommy Fleetwood in the field. This could be the perfect fit, you know?
Speaking of Tommy Fleetwood, the choker
Hey,
on U.S. soil.
He's used to losing in U.S. soil, but on courses that they always play. Brand new course. Could be the right time for him. Give me Tommy Fleetwood at 20-1. And then I got EVR, Eric Van Rooyen, 80-1. And then I'm finally on the bandwagon, Jared, of the guy that you warned me about a few weeks ago, 80-1. Whaley. I don't know his first name.
Vince Whaley.
Vince Whaley.
Give me him,
Boy.
80-1.
Everybody loves him. He's so popular. He's going to be like 30% owned. in
Short and
DraftKings
sweet.
this
Don't really
week.
have any handicaps. I have no clue with the
81?
course. So
Good.
that's it.
Look, I'm dying for a winner. We've had a lot of close calls recently, and I'm just pumping my fist right now, knowing that none of Eric's picks are on my card this week.
Yes. Let's go.
With that being said, no C
on!
in the field. But look, this is a crapshoot. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm starting my card at my 20-1
Nobody does.
bread and butter number, Sung J.M.
I knew it. Knew you were
Come on, I got to keep going.
Your hero?
My absolute damn hero. And he's going to be after he hits 20-1. Cut the tape. Cut it. You know why? Because he's a Bermuda grass hero as well. He's winning this week. So I'm going to waste money on 4 other guys who aren't even going to sniff Sung J.M. One being Keith Mitchell, loves his Bermuda grass at 45-1.
I like that.
He's been playing good recently, and I'm going with someone I haven't taken in a while. And just say it with me. His name, Rafa Sexy Bayo, 85-1. Guy's been quietly some good form recently.
That's
And
my
then
boy. Come
I'm
on.
gonna take the biggest homer pick I'll ever take, but I got a couple guys at 150-1. And I'm starting off with the Pack Attack, John Pack. Florida State alumni, won everything known to mankind this year collegiately. This is his first professional tournament on the PGA Tour, and what better way to start with a win? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Thank you. Why not? And
Guess
last
what?
but not least,
The last amateur that won, is he still an amateur? Or is he...
this is his first professional
Oh,
tournament.
it's
He just turned professional.
Okay.
Collegiate golf ended last week. Now he's
That's a
professional.
good top 10 or top 20 piece, I must say. Because he's going to have good odds
Look,
on
this
those.
field is like a Corn Ferry Tour event, like
Yeah,
talent-wise.
Can a Corn Ferry?
He's playing on a tour where he's going to dominate anyways. Why not dominate in this one? With that being said, last but not least, I'm going back at 150-1. Another Corn Ferry Tour player,
Peter.
Sunflower Pleat.
Yeah, I knew it.
Peter Uline. I'm just going to keep taking him. Guy can play great. It's the kind of course for him. Let's go.
Sunflower pleat. Sunflower pleat?
Sunflower Pleat. You
Sunflower
take the L
pleat.
from
I
sunflower,
love
you
it.
put it in Pete. Sunflower Pleat.
I'm actually very excited because unlike Jared, I'm not fist pumping because Eric and I didn't take the same thing. I'm fist pumping because we did.
Oh.
Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy
Burn the
Fleetwood.
money! Who's got a lighter?
Tommy Fleetwood. I don't care if he doesn't win on U.S. soil, but I got him at 26.5 to.
It's his lucky number, 20-1. I got it at.
I got him at 26.5 to 1. That number makes no sense in this field. It just simply does not make sense. You've got guys like Patton Kazire at 28 to 1.
Kook.
Yeah, it's absolutely disrespectful. I'm on Tommy as well. Then I'm going to go to a guy that,
Burn it.
you know, he's a,
Bye, Tommy, buddy. See ya. Burn it.
we know he's a legend. He's won a lot of events
Canadian,
in
no
his
burning
career.
story.
He has 3 top 15 finishes in his last 5 starts. We're going Brant Snedeker
Oh,
at 55
I
to
like
1.
Brant.
Great putter. Obviously, Bermuda grass. Come on.
Come on.
You know the putters are coming out. And then lastly, I'm going to finish this off with, anyone got a carrot while we're doing props? Because, well, what's up, Doc? Doc Redmond at 75 to 1. I like Doc Redmond. The guy has shown that in small field events where there's not a lot of studs, the guy can contend. This seems like a good breakthrough win opportunity.
All right.
So, one and done standings after the Memorial. You know what I'm going to do? Save us all some time. From now on, we're not going to give you guys the actual purse that we won the week before. We're going to, tally that in-house and give it to you every few weeks. So let's just go ahead with our one and done picks for this week.
I did it with my leading off. Since I'm the
To lead off is
dog.
Jared with Bryson DeChambeau.
Suckers. All right, that being said, I got so many good options. I probably already took Sung Jae, so I'm not going to go there. You know what?
What?
Let's go
What?
with... Nah, I was going to say John Pack, why not? But you know what? I'll leave one for one of you guys. Keith Mitchell is going to be my one and done this week.
Next up is Miles.
I'm going Harold Varner III.
Yeah.
HP3, I like that.
What's your-
South Carolina
You have a
course.
subdued handicap?
Well, yeah, I just got a new pair of Jordans. It should be here hopefully the next 2 days, and I know he's sponsored by Jordan.
There
so
you go. Like to hear it.
we'll be rocking the same shoes on the old links.
Eric, you and I both missed the cut, so since you're
I
ahead
had
of...
Ricky Fowler, no?
No.
That was like
You
3 weeks
had
before.
Sung Jae Im.
Wow.
You missed the cut. So, but
Alright.
you're the money leader, so you get to choose
Tommy
now.
Fleetwood.
Fuck, you took my fucking pick. You know what? That means I'm taking John Pack.
Let's go. I knew I was saving over to someone. Finally, Brandon's going to get a winner.
Fuck. All right, I got John Pack.
The Pack Attack.
All right, golf picks are in. Go check out Golf Picks with the Plotniks if you want the full breakdown.
Yeah, I already posted. Let's go.
It's time to get the people what they want that are winners. Cash crops, boys. Let's give them.
So only a few hockey games left, so if anyone's got anything on the ice, I'll just spit it out real quick. Tonight, games 6, Islanders at home, underdogs.
Post it to the story.
Make sure you guys do that for me. Islanders
Do
plus
you know how to do that?
Islanders plus 120 over the Bruins. Book it.
Wow.
I'll be on the ice. I'm going with Thursday night. Avs Knights over 5.5. I think that this
Like that,
series.
finally.
I think that you got the Avs that are going to be very aggressive, down 3-2 in the series. The Knights haven't been able to stop scoring. I love this to go over. Maybe a 4-3 win.
And only game 1 has went over, and that was so crooked. Every other game has been like 3-2, so I do like that.
Should we go to Outback for dinner?
Sounds amazing.
Aussie!
Oh, see!
Are we going to Australia?
I got the jet fueled up, boys.
Thank God, because I got to go out there myself. Lead us off.
We're going to Australia to go to Outback.
Oh, you just want to eat.
Yes.
Okay. In that
I
case,
thought we were
I'm gonna
talking
eat.
about cash crops.
Your cash is going to fuel the jet to get me to eat.
All right, well, time for me to eat. And you know where we're going to start? In Australia. But you know what? It's not going to be with football. I mean, with wait, wow. What a blank there.
Basketball?
It is not going to be with football like the European version, as in soccer. It's going to be football, as in the Australian version of rugby.
Rugby!
And we're easily going the Hawthorn Hawks plus 32.5.
Hawthorne Heights.
Over Sydney Swans. Sydney Swans been dominating all year long. If anyone's a diehard like me out there, you know how good the Swans are. And you know how everyone just steps all over the Hawthorn Knights. Thinking Hawthorn Hawks.
They're
thinking
awful.
that they have absolutely no chance. Well, guess what? This is a perfect situation where you take the dog. I'm not the only one thinking this. I got some connections out in Australia that think the same. They say at worst, lines close in 20.5. Get it in now. Easy winner. That being said, we'll go back over the pitch to the other version of soccer. I mean, God, I'm so shook now with these versions of football. All right, and we're going to go back to where we make our money, Australia, and it's playoff time, Eric. It's playoff time.
Playoffs?
You know what that means and what I said last week? We're fading MacArthur. We're fading him again with Central Coastal Mariners at home
Let's go.
against MacArthur. MacArthur is going to be shown for the fraud they are. That seems to be rocking. It's only minus 105 too. You get them to win outright in regulation. Really like that one. And then the night after that is two of our favorite teams. Your favorite and the Marissa Brisbane Roar against your Adelaide squad. And guess what? I'm going over 2.5. I love doing it with Adelaide. I know Brisbane is normally an under team, right? But no, not this game. This game's going to be a shootout. I'm seeing a 2-2 final. They go to extra time, and Brisbane Roar moves on the road. So those are my picks in Australia. Anyone else? need to be here before we move on, Eric?
Well, not in Australia, but there's a huge tournament coming up that starts Friday, the Euros 2020. I'll just dive right into my pick.
All right, let's
Tournament
head on over.
starting. I have I'm going to give you a future to win the whole tournament. Germany up 7-1. Book me for that. Another future golden boot. If I'm going to take Germany, they're going to play the most games. Give me Serge Gnabry from Bayern Munich, 22-1 to have the golden boot. Those are some futures. Now let's dive right into the games. Belgium minus a half over Russia. I don't know who created that line, but they should be fired. They're going to lose a lot of money. Next, we got.
If Eric's saying that, give the guy a promotion.
Then we got the Dutch over Ukraine minus 1. I usually stay away from those, but I don't even know who Ukraine has. Give me the Dutch. Spain, Sweden. Sweden, known for scoring goals,
Sweden.
awful defense. Spain is actually a really good defensive team. Sweden gets 1, Spain gets 2, over 2.5. Thank you very much. Then Germany, France, probably the game of the tournament right off the bat. Yeah, normally in a game 1, might be slow, defensive, but these guys have been playing friendlies. The juices will be flowing, over 2.5. That's all I got on the Euros.
Wow, you got anything else you want to rattle off? Before
Yeah,
I
might
get
as well
going?
before I
Rattle
go
them
out.
all off and get the fuck out of here.
Before I get out of here, we'll go to the baseball diamond. I got the Reds minus 110 over the Brewers. Yes, over the Brewers. Castillo's pitching is one of my favorites. I always take him no matter what. Braves plus 115 over the Phillies. We were talking about him earlier. Ian Anderson on the mound.
Eflin.
No, this is tomorrow night. Sorry, tomorrow night. You have Wheeler pitching, so we're getting plus money on the Braves. Give it to me. Then Blue Jays are actually favored over the White Sox. They're minus 115, slight favorite. Dallas Keuchel pitching for the White Sox. Oh, you think they would be favored at home? Dallas Keuchel? Wrong. Jays are favored because of Hyunjin Ryu. Give me the Jays. That's all I got. Thank you, guys. Park the bus. I'm out.
All right, now that we got rid of the guy we're all going to fade, by the way, I hope you got all those bets down so we can fade them right after the show. With that being said, since he ended us back over in the States, let me just rattle off my notorious 72-hole PGA Tour matchups. And for a rare time, I'm going with a double fade of one player. I'm going Dustin Johnson over Brooks Koepka, and I'm going Tyrrell Hatton over Brooks Koepka. Which one are you
Dustin
shaking your
Johnson
hand
over
for?
Brooks Koepka. I'm with you. I took that as
love
well.
That one. If you want to hear handicaps,
One golf pick
Come
a
on.
week.
golf picks with the Plotnik. So that being said, I got 7 in total, and I'm going to read you I'll read you the other 5. Sung J M minus 125 over Harris English. We got Harold Varner over Johnny Vegas.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Johnny
now it's time to
Vegas.
get some reaction out of you. Keith Mitchell plus 115 over Patton Kazire. Rafa Sexy Bayo plus 105 over Pat Perez. And of course, I got to be a homer and go John Pack minus 105 over Andrew Putnam.
Wow, I can't believe they offered that. I love that bet. I'm tailing that for shizzle.
Thank
Is he
you.
like the last one to tee off tomorrow?
Yes, he is actually.
That sucks.
Why? It means we
You'll be
get
on
to
the
wake up
airplane.
later and watch them all day long.
It's true.
No, gotta find the positives here, Miles. Find the positives. Speaking of positives, that's where my bankroll's about to go. So let's start off with golf. I took DJ over Brooks. Let's move on over to Euro soccer.
Proud of you sticking to your one golf pick.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
It's been working. I think five weeks in a row. I shouldn't have said that. But Euro soccer, Erica already alluded to it. I'm really excited about this. It's basically a full month long of just awesome international. Well, it's all in Europe.
isn't the
It's
World
all,
Cup, right?
it's all in
No,
Europe.
but it's
all
once
the
every 4
international
years,
teams.
The same
Okay,
way.
so it's like the one that's every 2.
Correct.
And it's all the international teams, which is cool, so that all the studs come out. And it's actually a big tournament. So my first bet, I'm going to go with Belgium, money line over Russia. He already talked about it. He took the half. I just took the money line. De Bruyne, both Hazards. Exactly. I don't know why he took that then. And Lukaku, I love De Bruyne and Lukaku, and then both Hazards. I love it. I'm next going to Switzerland, taking that money line over Wales. From everything I've read about Wales, they're just not that good. So I'm going to ride with Switzerland. They've got my boy Shaqiri and Seferovic from Benfica. That guy's a nasty striker.
You were shook.
Seferovic, that's his name. So I'm pretty fired up about that one. I've got 2 bets in France and 1 in Arizona. But before I do, Jared, what do you got?
Yeah, I got 3 Euro 2020 picks as well. Funny saying that as we're halfway through 2021, but because of COVID, this was from last year, moved over to this year. That being said, we have a take it to the barn. I'm going Wales plus a half. When I'm getting in soccer in a low-scoring game and I have a best player on the pitch on my team and I'm getting a half and Gareth Bale, I'm taking that all day. Plus, Wales has a couple young strikers who are up and coming that are playing really well. I don't understand why, when you have the best player on the pitch, you're an underdog to Switzerland. So I'll be taking that. Top of that, I'll be going Portugal, -1. They are what we call in the group of death. And it's them, Germany, and who's the last one I'm forgetting about? Is it Spain? I don't even know. No, it's not Spain. It's France. France?
Yeah, that's who they. Germany faces
and
France in
Portugal.
the first game.
Correct. So they play the shittiest. There's a 4 team in there who has no prayer to win any of the games in the entire thing. So I'm taking them -1. I think that's about at -110. And last but not least, Croatia and England play. And I've watched England play in the World Cup and in Euros years and years and years. And what do they always do in all these tournaments? Never score. We're going under in Croatia and England of 2.5. I see this being honestly maybe a 0-0. One, maybe Harry Kane gets 1 goal. They win 1-0. But Croatia doesn't have any of their really good players this year playing. I really like that under. So those are my 3 picks out there.
All right. Well, I'm going to go over to France, where I've got a few picks in the French Open. So we're watching her rematch or her match from earlier today, but Maria Sakkari from Greece.
Fuck me, baby. Yeah.
Okay. She is a dime.
So hot.
She is a dime.
Never
I
seen
love her.
Oh my god.
She's absolutely dominating her opponents right now. She's -170 over Krechev. This is a tough one. Krejcikova. I'm going to go with that.
That works.
Money line and Krejcikova. I mean, this girl honestly came out of left field. She's just been beating people that are in the top or not even in the top 25 of the WTA. I think Maria Sakkari imposes her will, gets to her first finals in a Grand Slam in her career. So I'm pretty excited about that. Then we've got the match of the day. This is on Thursday. Excuse me. I'm so excited I choked. But we got Stefanos Tsitsipas, another Greek.
Sits to piss.
He sits down when he pisses, against Alex Zverev, the German. This is going to be an unbelievable match on clay. But because I think it's going to be such a good match, I'm not going to take a single side. We're going to go over 38.5. I'm banking on at least a 4th set, maybe a 5th set. And that one's going to hit the over.
If you sit to piss, do you shit to stand? Or stand to shit?
No.
Okay.
You just do both. Good question, though.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Just like Family Feud. Good question. Good question.
Everybody claps.
As Steve Harvey makes that face, like, what the hell did they just
With his
say?
ugly ass mustache.
I'll finish
He
this
looks
off.
like Mr. Potato Head.
I'll finish this off as we take the jet back to the United States and we get domestic. We're going to Arizona in Glendale, Arizona,
Oh, wow.
where we're going to have a full packed stadium of fans for the main event of
Staying away
Adesanya
from
versus
this fan.
Vettori. And it's not the main event. It's not the co-main, but it's right under it. And it's still a 5-round fight. Leon Edwards versus Nate Diaz. Leon Edwards is a huge favorite. He's about -600. Nate Diaz, his last fight was against Masvidal, got his ass kicked. Leon Edwards, his last fight was versus Bilal Muhammad, and he was dominating him, but the fight got a no contest due to an eye poke. I love Leon Edwards to win this by decision at +120. He's -600 to win the entire fight, but +120 just to win by decision. Line makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Give me Edwards +120 by decision over Nate Diaz this
Yeah,
weekend.
Nate Diaz is the older
mean-
brother.
No, he's the younger brother. Nick Diaz is the older
Who's
brother.
the more popular one than Falcon?
Nate is the
Nate
is the
Diaz,
popular, but
Miles.
Nick's the older one.
So that Nate's fighting in a non-main event.
Yeah, he's not that
Yeah,
like he's too good for that,
He
no?
just got his ass kicked by Masvidal for the BMF championship 2 years ago. It was domination.
fight was 2
and
years
before
ago?
that, I think his last fight was Connor, and he lost that one too. Actually, I think he fought Anthony Pettis, and he beat him. But Anthony Pettis sucks.
I was thinking of Max Holloway.
No, Holloway's going to be in a featherweight title contention. He actually just signed a fight recently. He's going to be fighting in the
So
next 2
Nate's
months.
Nate's the one that like.
Yeah, he's the show guy. He's the one that fought Connor twice.
The one that bleeds all the time. We just watched a documentary on it.
Yeah.
You just saw him a week
I just
ago.
didn't know if that was Nick or Nate.
Nick hasn't fought, but he's actually supposed to be fighting again soon for the first time in 6 years.
Whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, with that being said,
You got any more cash crops?
I do. And just to clarify, Portugal plays Hungary. That's who they're against.
I am
right?
Hungary.
And Hungary's going to get their ass kicked by everyone. And I really like Portugal this year. Maybe an outright pick. I don't know. We could talk about that a little later.
Ooh, I like that.
Because I just hate that they won the last Euros 4 years ago, but they have 3 young studs now on the team that they didn't have before, along with Ronaldo. But with that being said, we're gonna head back over to Europe for 3 games, and guess where they are, Miles?
Sweden!
Where do you think these 3 soccer games are over in Europe?
Sweden.
Wrong!
Norway.
All right, so I want to call you out for looking at your phone
Wait a
while
second.
I'm talking.
Wait a second. He did this last time. They're in Sweden.
No.
Oh, I know where they're at.
But they are.
Norway.
Norway! Let's go!
Norway.
No, I'm kidding. It's not. It's over in
Norway.
Oh.
I got him with a pump fake. Norway it is. The reason why? Sweden's in the Euro 2020. They have no games as the entire country galvanizes to try to get Sweden to victory. But Norway, they didn't make it over here. So they have games. And with that being said, we're starting off with Lillestrøm again. Minus a
love
quarter
Lillestrøm.
over Hagsund. Look,
In honor
they
of
always
Lily.
start out slow. They're off to a slow start, but we took them last time they won. They're going to win again. We're going Kristiansund minus a quarter over Odd. That's an odd name, don't you think? That's why I'm going Kristiansund, team that just got promoted. They're really trying to make a name for themselves. And last but not least, Ranheim Sogndal over 2.5. I mean, there's not much to say here. They're 2 over teams. They score a lot of goals. They play no defense. Over. With that being said, that's going to wrap up my 16-pack, a special 16-pack of cash crops for you all out there. All right, I'm doing what I can. I'm battling. A lot of volume. 2 losing weeks in a row. But we're going to get off the schneid this week, all right?
Let's do it. And before we can get off, we can get off the schneid, but after that, it is time we take ourselves over to the pitch and give some red cards. We never do it this late, but it's time to get people off the pitch and get them the fuck out of here. Red card of the week, Miles.
So my red card of the week, it was something, but then I was.
Go ahead.
My turn. My red card of the week goes to Las Vegas and all of their casinos for having the dumbest bets I've ever seen. How do you have the Nets not only +1 or -1, but +3? That's 3 straight games where it's free money. I don't understand how they afford to give out free money like this.
They're just balancing money, my friend. There's just 50% of people that are idiots betting on the
It
other
just
side.
doesn't make sense. And the line was moving so much in favor of the Bucks that it was just got even dumber. So my red card goes to them for losing a lot of money.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. We'd have to look at where the sharp money
There's
came.
I
and
mean, the
public
sharp money came on
but
the Bucks.
Exactly. So
So then my
Well-
fucking red card goes to all the dumbasses that pounded the Bucks.
that consider themselves sharp. So I
Yeah, 'cause
appreciate
they're
that.
not.
Even the best sharps of the sharps only win 60%
That's
of the
just
time.
dumb.
So
Jared, red card of the week.
you know what? I was between a lot of different things this week for red card of the week, but sometimes you just gotta double down. Chuck Hirschman, red card of the week.
Wow.
Still for your shenanigans last week. All right, complete red card. I got nothing else to say other than
It's almost healed.
yep. So the last time I could do it because I'm almost healed.
Damn,
Because
you might have a scar.
I heal like a damn Wolverine. The Wolverine. You ever see those movies?
That shit's still bad.
Yeah, I know, but guess what? I'm a warrior.
Yeah, when a
I'm
friend has your
Wolverine.
back, they're supposed to have your back, not your stomach.
Still love you, Chuck.
All right, my red card of the week goes to Hurricanes. Yeah, the Carolina Hurricanes just lost to Tampa Bay in the second round, 5-1, or in 5, sorry. But it's not to the Carolina Hurricanes. It's to hurricane season. Just started on June 1st. Get the fuck out of here. I live in South Florida. Get away from me. Atlantic hurricane season just began. I just got a new house. I can't be handling a hurricane right now.
Oh, hurricane
I don't
season
need
was over.
flooding. I don't need anything going through my windows. I don't need hurricane-proof windows. I don't need to be going outside and fixing my shutters. Fuck hurricanes. Get the fuck out of here. It's a red card on you, Hurricanes.
Actually, I'm going to back this up, though, and double down on your red card. Red card of the week is all those damn idiot meteorologists out there that say summer doesn't technically start until
August?
June, whatever the hell. No, I think it's like June 20th or something. Have any of you ever been to Florida? Summer's here, boys and girls.
Summer starts in like April.
Summer begins on like Labor Day. Let's be real, all right? I mean, come on, get with the times. Oh, it's all seasonality. It all starts with the solstice, goes above the... No, it doesn't.
Solstice.
All right? It starts now. Sorry, I had to get that off
I
my chest.
is it supposed to be a bad hurricane season? I don't even know.
You never know, Miles. Last year they said it was going to be an awful one, and we didn't even get one to sniff us, so...
At least it'll be funnier.
No, I mean...
The shutters are accordion, right? They're already built in?
Yes, Miles.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right, what's your red card of the week?
You already
I
gave
gave
one.
one.
Jeez,
okay.
it's a red card on you for not paying attention.
Or maybe he said he had two.
What was Eric's red card? On himself?
It should be because he's already gone, so he got a red
He left
card.
the
We already
podcast
gave him
to
one.
go do yoga. That's a red card in itself.
All right.
Oh, by the way, that's a whole lie. I hope Megan's listening. Great job getting your husband home, creating a makeup lie that's full of shit.
Heady
He doesn't
boy.
have to do yoga for work.
Yeah.
What?
He was smart, though. He knew if he told us he had to go do yoga
Yeah.
for work that we would not question that, but we still did.
First he said 6:15, then he said 6:30, and consistencies. I don't know.
All right, we were talking enough about Eric. Let's move on.
All right, it's time to give our worm burners, our bale of hay parlays, and some of the dogs of the week. I know I have some. I believe you said you had one or two as well.
I have a worm burner.
All right, let's hear
Let
it.
it burn.
Adesanya minus 255 UFC on Saturday night. Taking it.
Wow. Looks like me and Miles are on the same page for once.
I don't
Look at
understand
that.
how you could bet
I'm on
against him.
Adesanya
Coming
minus
off a
250
loss.
as well over Tory. I think that there's no chance that he loses this fight whatsoever.
I don't think this is going to be a worm burner, but there's no line out yet because Novak Djokovic's match just ended. But this is actually to piggyback and be my third red card of the week. It's going to be a mini one, and it goes straight to Roland Garros over in France. Why do you even play this tournament anymore? Rafael Nadal wins every single year. Like, I'm just so fed up with this. And with that being said, Rafael Nadal plays Djokovic in 2 days. And that line will probably be Rafa minus 150-ish, I would assume.
Yep.
So I want to call it maybe a worm burner, but I'm taking Rafa Nadal. I'm running on this
Playing with fire.
bandwagon until the wheels fall off. I'm playing with fire. The guy's won 13 French Open titles. I think he's won 12 of the last 13 overall. The guy's a freak. He doesn't lose on clay.
You don't fade Novak Djokovic. There's
It's not a fit.
debt taxes and don't fade Novak Djokovic if you
Really?
want to win
Because
money.
if you faded him over the last 13 years of the French Open, you've been profitable 12 times.
I don't know.
So, no, it's... what do you mean you
that
don't know?
true?
It's a... Novak Djokovic has won one French Open in his career. And it was
But
when Rafa
he's been to
Nadal
play
had a
in
knee
semis and
injury.
finals.
It was when Rafa Nadal couldn't play. And he won it. So...
All right. I've got actually a piggy parlay this week. I'm going to go with, listen to this one, Euro 2021. Well, let's call it the Euro 2020 as they want to call it. Italy -1, Croatia +0.5, Scotland money line, and Spain money line pays out at plus 1,280. That means $10 to win $128, and so on and so forth. I love that parlay. I mean, you got two underdogs that are. One underdog in Croatia. Just basically, if they draw, you win, which is I love those odds. Italy's only -1. Scotland money line is the big one. That is the big underdog that you're gonna have to take. Spain money line is also a huge favorite. No way they lose that match. I love this at plus $1,280. Or 80.
And I got one more worm burner for you. And this one is one I'm extremely confident in. I've been putting in the time. I've been putting in the effort. And it's something you would respect because I love Jamal Hill minus 290.
Absolutely.
I mean, the way this guy's been fighting recently, there is no debate that he should be getting better fights than this. So he's coming out. He's going to be angry. He knows that he should be whooping Paul Craig's fucking little ass. And he's going to go out there and he's going to do it. He's going to knock him out in the first 2 minutes of this fight. He's mad. He's pissed. He wants more money. He wants better fights. And he gets it after his first round knockout in this upcoming fight. So, Jamal Hill.
The funniest part about this, first of all, if everyone didn't know out there, he has no idea what he's talking about. He just picked a
Completely
guy
off
that he
that
liked.
handicap.
But the funniest part is, you know why he did that? Because he listened to the Barn Burner MMA
Yep.
show, UFC 263 breakdown, where Dino himself took Jamal Hill, parlayed with Bilal Muhammad to get it. They're both minus 280, minus 250. You parlay the two pieces, you get it at even money. I love Jamal Hill tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And you know what? I'm making that a cash crop, adding it to the card.
Wow.
Jamal Hill and Bilal Muhammad parlayed at even money. That's a cash crop now.
Wait, are you sure it's not pronounced Jamal?
Jamal.
Oh, wow. Well, tomato, I like to say. So with that being said, I'll move on to as you guys know, you call it like piggy parlays. I don't really do a parlay, but I like something that's a little juicy out there that I can take. And with that being said, again, I'm going Portugal 7-1 to win the Euros and repeat. Ronaldo at the helm, still one of the best players in the world. Now you had Joe Felix, you had Bruno Fernandes in the midfield to control possession. You had Diego Jota, who just had a breakout season for Liverpool before he unfortunately got hurt. They have so much lethal power. They're going to score so many goals. And, I mean, they are in the group to death, but they technically the top two of the four advance. And the top 3 third-place teams advance. So at worst, they're going to be the third-place team, advance anyways. Doesn't matter if they're in the group of death. They come out, they run the show, they have the experience, they get the job done. 7-1 Portugal. Love the value with that pick.
Sounds great.
That was a great handicap.
Any bail and pay parlays, any piggy parlays, any worm burners, or any dogs left?
Nope.
I'm throwing one crazy one out there. And this one, honestly, you should not tell. There's absolutely nothing I know about this other than he's a young stud for PSV. Daniel Malin, 45-1 to win the Golden Boot.
Okay. What country?
Why? Well, thank you. Thanks for asking that question. You're getting right into what I wanted to say. For the Dutch. Holland. They have one of the easiest.
Freaky deaky Dutch.
They have the easiest group out there. They're going to, flying colors, be the first seed out. They're on the other side of the bracket of the group of death. They won't have to see any of the really good teams. The one thing they'll have to play is Belgium. I was thinking of Belgian waffles because I'm kind of hungry. One team they'll have to play is Belgium, and I think they're overrated. They're old. So I really think that if he gets the only problem, they do have a solid striker ahead of it. He may not be starting, but they have a couple cakewalks with Macedonia and Yugoslavia, and they also play Serbia. So with that being, I made up those 3 teams.
Yugoslavia?
I don't even know if they're still technically a country anymore.
I think it's just Slavia
I think
now.
Daniel Malin, he's about to get paid a shitload to go to a big club. This is his breakout party. He comes out. He overtakes Depay as the Memphis Depay as their forward. I think they may play him both at times. Let him score a lot of goals. 45-1. Why not?
Why not?
I love it. Well, we've given the people what they want. It's time to give what they want, and that is some questions that they have for us so that we can give them
Let's
back.
go.
And we go back and forth, kind of like a nice little hockey train.
Oh, more ping pong.
Can't wait for who asks this question.
I don't know what a hockey
tonight.
train is, but sounds like a Zamboni, goes back and forth, It's nice and slick.
Does that like break that thing?
All right, so we have some viewer questions. Our first question is from...
Slut face 6 times more.
No, I blocked those accounts. As the social media manager, I got to block the accounts that are sending us really a lot of hatred and a lot of sexual content. So this one goes from Kook72.
That one made it through the block list.
That one made it because they asked a real question. They found out about the story that's going on right now where someone on the Bet the Farm podcast Instagram page DM'd a girl and said, "You're so hot." And she said, well, that means a lot coming from your page, which is great. It's great marketing content, but we still don't have anybody owning up to who sent that DM. So who was it?
So I'm going to look into the camera, and I think it's hilarious how these two want to sabotage and act like I'm the one who did it.
You
When
definitely did it.
I definitely did not do it.
I didn't do it.
I think you guys are fucking with me, and you're conspiring against me.
I swear we are not. And I know for a fact I didn't do it. I would have owned it in 2 seconds. Was not
Jared,
me.
you did
It's
it.
not even
I think
that.
Brandon's
It's not
the
even
one
like
that's-
a big deal. It's like a.
Of course it's not a big deal. That's why I don't understand why no one's owning up to it.
I didn't do it.
Who said it?
I was gonna act like I did to like just get it over with, but I did not do it.
The reason why it definitely was you is because you're always on the Bet
It
the
was-
Farm
it
page.
was not- okay.
Your basketball picks were posted an hour before that conspicuously, and then you're the only one that goes
Yeah,
on.
I
I don't
logged
go
on
on
in the
unless we're
morning,
reading
just like
the
I did
questions
today.
from Kook76.
No, dude. What time was it at?
72.
What time was the? We gotta
We looked at
investigate.
it. Me and Brandon were investigating.
What
earlier.
time was it at?
It was at like
2:36, and I was on a webinar
Yes.
for work, so it couldn't
I
have
was
been
gonna
me.
say if it was early in the morning, then obviously it would have been me. But
You don't remember doing this?
I didn't do it. What do you mean remember? I wasn't blacked out at 2:30.
Well, good thing we have our IT staff on this to find out who the
so when
culprit
we
is.
find
because
out, it's gonna be. I
also
can't
said-
wait for that.
I don't know,
As I said to
man.
you guys earlier, I know it wasn't Eric, even though Eric left, because you spelled your right, Y-O-U''RE.
Oh, that's a Miles move right
Eric
there.
spells your Y-O-U-R.
That's a
every single
move by
time.
Miles for
So
sure.
100% was not Eric. And this kid, Brandon, accidentally grabbed his phone and looked through his DMs the other day, and all he does is DM girls random 3-word liners to try to get a little attention.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, so everything is lining up
What was
against
the
you here.
picture even a response to? Was it like a bikini picture?
You responded to
see,
one of
he's trying to play it off
her.
like
You
he doesn't even
responded
know
to
the
one of her
picture.
stories, and you're the only one I know that does
Picture,
that.
It wasn't me. Cause I guess that would be something I'd do. I didn't do it.
Just admit it.
I didn't do it. No.
No one else here.
All right.
The only reason I think it may be Brandon, the fact that no one's
The
owned
only
it to the
people I
point,
would say
is 'cause
something-
he always forgets things that he does and is adamant that he didn't do it.
I
Like,
was working. It
today,
couldn't have been
this
me.
morning he told me, "Where's the
wasn't
Cholula
me.
sauce?"
I swear to God.
He's like, "I haven't touched it," and I'm like, "Didn't you eat something last night?" And I looked in the trash and it was in there, and he was adamant it wasn't him. So like, you never know.
Yeah,
It
but
could
this
have
is
been
at
Brandon.
That time I was drunk. It was the middle of the day. I'm not always drunk. I mean, 3 out of 5
Yeah, but you
days.
could have been high.
3 out of 7 days I might be
Derek
drunk
will
during the
be
day,
able to
but not
figure out where it
today.
came from.
Yeah, we're
Or
having
yesterday.
Well, all right.
I can't wait.
All right, so
Since
we have no answer. We'll go
one
to our
wanted to own
IT.
it. Yeah, we're gonna
Stay tuned next week to find out who the culprit is.
Yeah. Stay tuned. All right, next question is from Moondoggy. This is a real account.
Wow.
It's not a bot. I
Oh,
don't think.
Moondoggy, that's
All right, have you seen
Zach Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen in the MMA world? There's this little Russian kid. He's like 3
Yeah.
feet tall.
Hasbullah. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
dude.
So
That
I don't know
dude's
if you.
fucking hilarious.
So he's hilarious. But
Is
I
he
don't,
3? I thought he was like an old man.
I don't know if you know this, but he's 19 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
stuck in a like 3-year-old
it's like
body.
Benjamin Button disease.
And he's Russian, so you can't understand anything he says. But
He's got a nasty
yeah.
right
Look up
hook.
Hasbullah, our
Wait,
producer.
is that one of the
Killa's
ones that
looking
was,
up
like, fighting the other young kids?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
he's
Hasbullah.
19.
Those are 2 or 19?
Yeah.
I don't know
no,
about
no,
the
no.
other
One of
The other
them.
one's normal.
I know one of
So
them.
the
You can
19
look
was
at
fighting a
You
3-year-old?
can look at his face and tell.
Basically, but he's like all of his motor functions are impaired. Like he couldn't even do a kick. It was crazy. So
Like,
there's
punching his
this other kid, Abdu, and he's from England, and he also has the same disease. It's the anti-melanocus disease where
Wow, that's
you're
rough.
stuck in a body. There's another kid his size
Are those the
from
videos of them
from
two
England. No, that's those are Russians. But Hasbullah, excuse me, is gonna fight Abdu in an exhibition match. Abdu is from England.
Are you kidding?
Hasbullah from Russia, and they're gonna do a 19-year-old stuck in a 3-year-old body match.
Hasbullah looks like a mini Khabib.
That's what they call him. They call him Little Khabib.
So he looks like
So
That's
our,
crazy
so
that he's not-
Is there a question
Moondoggy
here?
wants to know who's gonna win that fight.
Abdullah.
Abdullah,
In England, you're raised on like crepes and tea and all that.
crumpets,
Yeah, you got Abdullah over there just raised on like chasing
bears.
and dogs, and they just do crazy shit over there. I'm obviously going. He's got to be minus 500, right? Can you add that to my my worm burger?
Make
I'm
it a
taking
worm
Abdullah
burger.
minus
We're all
500.
taking Abdullah, and you know what? Let's call it a bet the farm at this point.
Let's lock it in. I don't care how.
Abdullah, money line, whatever the number is, take it.
Yeah, just put it in your book right now. When's this happening, Moondoggy? Did he tell you?
No.
When this match is?
Is he really?
Kyle,
nuts?
can we get a date on this fight?
Yeah.
Have you look up Abdu versus Hasbullah?
Yeah, because if it's anytime soon, yeah, we're locking that in for their future.
That's there he is. That's dude.
Wow.
Hasbullah.
Wait, which one is that one?
That's Hasbullah. Where's Abdu?
He looks a
I need
little
to see-
English to me.
No, he's got his little Russian cap on.
He looks like that little monkey from.
If the English one was smart, he'd mock him with the same little hat thing and get him really pissed off.
and not only that, but he goes to not a translator, goes to school and learns how to speak Russian. So he's just yelling Russian in his
Be
face.
good. You
How
never
do you
know.
spell his name?
Play dirty.
Hasbullah.
Abdu.
Abdu.
That's it. Oh wow.
Oh, so
What do we say? What is he looks the same? He's at the Eiffel Tower.
yeah, you got to look this up at home if you're listening to this, because
I need a line on this fight though before we get off
there's
air.
no way there's a line yet. I'm just wondering if they have like a date or. If
I
it's
gotta
just, like-
go.
I mean, I feel
to
like they're gonna have to
Odds Makers.
train for a few
Oddchart.
months, so it's got to be a few months if this just came out. Great question by Moondoggy. Who do we got?
Thank you, Moondoggy. Oh, they face off. They did a face off. Jared, watch this
Wow.
with me.
No, this
Oh,
is the
that's
other
not
one.
it.
Look.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god! I can't believe that guy is actually 19. All right, this doesn't make for good podcast material though. So
It doesn't,
That
but-
being said, we'll figure this out.
All right, next week
We'll get back
when we
to
get
you.
when we get to our worm burners, that trust me, Hasbullah. All right, it's time for us to make our bet the farm pick of the week.
All right, we didn't see anything where.
I think that is the one. That's Abdu, right?
Yeah, this is it.
That's Abdu versus, and they're talking shit. So that was what that was. It was a
You're the one who
standoff.
told me it wasn't.
I thought it wasn't, but I guess it is.
Yeah.
That's epic.
I'm definitely going with the one on the left, Abdu, minus
Yeah, me
500.
too.
That's what we call a bet.
Abdu.
Farm.
Oh, I thought we all just said we left Hasbullah.
Hasbullah. That's
Oh,
Hasbullah.
sorry.
Can we get Hasbullah on the podcast, Kyle?
That'd be amazing.
All right. Well, it's our favorite time of the week. I know.
I got
Thank you.
I got a strong one. I hope-
Nets.
Yeah.
Well-
+3.
What are you gonna just keep taking them as dog? I mean,
+3.
this is the Bucks back against the wall situation. This
Yeah,
is
the
like,
Bucks can win by 2. We still win.
yeah, but this is the one situational spot. Where
I think there's only one real logical bet, and that's DJ over Brooks, because me and Jared are already.
I mean,
on
I
it.
kind of do. It's Miles' bread and butter time, but like I was hoping he wasn't gonna say that one. I was hoping he was gonna say something else and we jump on the bandwagon with, because as much as I told him I like the Nets and I liked them the first 2 games, this is like the prototypical letdown spot. Like this is where Milwaukee's gonna throw everything they have in the.
How about my
kitchen sink at
teaser? Nets +7 and the over of 230.
How the hell do you have them +7 if they're -3?
They're +3.
They're +3.
The Bucks?
Yeah.
No,
No,
the
the Nets.
So how do you have the Bucks plus
No,
7?
I said I have the Nets plus 7.
Oh, I thought you took the Bucks. Muscuzzi.
Nets plus 7 and the over of 230 teased. How about that?
My bad. Oh, so if you like the Nets, if you want to jump on board, that
Get 7 points.
We could do our. No, I'm not doing a teaser. Your teasers in basketball are just. You may as well wipe your butt.
I've
with
never
this.
done one. This
You
is the
did
first
last
one.
night.
That was different. That didn't count for a cash crop.
I just don't like taking the totals. The totals make it tough. What do you think?
How about
Brandon?
Sakari over Krejcikova?
How about
we
Wales?
could all root for Maria
How
Sakari.
about Wales over Switzerland?
Why would I do that?
Uh-huh,
We already
in
took
your
it to
head.
the barn. Come on,
You know what? Miles, I feel like has earned
Nets.
the right
all right,
way. All right,
Nets
so-
it is.
+3.
I mean, the fact that
can
he's
still lose.
he's so confident too, which scares me. But even when he's this confident, he's off a 7-2 week. They don't call him playoff M for a reason. That's why we grab hands, we look in the mirror, we say Nets +3 is what we call a bet the farm. Outro music.